Good evening, and welcome to Creative Broadcasting, the station of unlimited possibilities, presents Creating Your Seat at the Table with your host, Ashley Little, as she welcomes her guest to the table.
Welcome to Creating Your Seat at the Table. I am your host, Ashley Little. A little bit about myself: corporate professional by day, entrepreneur by night, two-time best-selling author, host of Authors on the Rise, speaker, co-host of the Tammy Collins Marquee radio show, co-founder of Sweetheart Scholars Nonprofit, owner and creator of Creative Broadcasting, and co-founder and owner of Talk Radio and TV Network, LLP. Today we have my special VIP guest, Dr. Onika Shirley. A little bit about her. Dr. Onika Shirley is the founder and CEO of Act and Speak Volume. She is known as the confidence building and procrastination coach, where she helps women build unshakable confidence, get out of their comfort zone, and stop procrastinating. She helps women release the thoughts in their head into actions in their life, because we can pray, we can hope, we can want, we can think, we can act, but she inspires and empowers women to take action. She hosts a radio broadcast that is heard in 170 countries called Action Takers Walking by Faith, and she is the president and founder of Action Speaks Orphanage in India. She is a biological parent, adoptive parent, and foster parent, and proud grandmother. She is a serial entrepreneur, finance guru, 8 times author, global coach, and international speaker. She's also the Godhead Prayer Ministry coordinator for the state of Arkansas. Her mission in life is to serve and show the entire world that life is worth the living. However, we must take action to experience the fullness of it. And she vows to sow and serve. Welcome to the show, Dr. Onika Shirley.
Oh, thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here with you on tonight. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, I am honored, Dr. O, and humbled to have you on the show. You have an amazing bio, but would you please share with the listeners a little bit more about yourself?
Yes. So, as you said, I am a coach, speaker, mentor, have a little thing for singing gospel, have a 2-song gospel CD. By day, I'm still working in the manufacturing industry, where I've been in manufacturing for 12 years, in a position, a kind of poised position. I was production operations manager. My company closed down about 6 months ago, but I've been blessed and favored that I'm still occupying the space of 110,000 square feet pretty much by myself. And so just recently changed positions. And so I am a mother, a biological mother, again, foster mother, adoptive mother, and a proud grandmother, business owner, author, and all those things that you said. But out of all those things, all the accomplishments and things that we can talk about, I'm most proud of being a servant of God. And I really appreciate the life that I live through him. And so that's who I am. Coach O, Dr. O.
Yes, Dr. O, yes. So tell us about your entrepreneur journey. I know you're still in corporate America right now, and you're also an entrepreneur by night. So can you talk to us about your entrepreneur journey, how it started, and where it's at right now?
Yeah, absolutely. My entrepreneur journey really started at a very early age, and I would say around the age of 9. Because I think sometimes we don't realize when we're babysitters, we're business owners. And so I kind of started babysitting at the age of 9. By the age of 14, I used to babysit 5 little kids, and so I had, like, real experience there. And then I had what I would call a cleaning business. I used to clean out the tub for my stepfather. I got paid for that, so that was part of a business. And then at about the age of 13, I started selling snacks at school. If you remember, snacks were, you can get like the oatmeal pies and Star Crunch. They used to run at like 99 cents. And so I'll buy my box, 12 in the box. I'll make a $2 profit. And I just kept flipping my money because I always knew that, if I wanted to have something, that I would have to do something. And so kind of started with that and just always looked to do something with my hands and the gifts that I've had. So always I kind of started with my first home-based business, being a a Scentsy consultant for about 8.5 years, selling candles and different smell goods and things. And so that's kind of how the entrepreneur thing started, and just knowing that a job was not going to afford me or allow me to have the life that I desired to live.
Oh, okay, awesome. Well, you started at the age of 9, and now you own multiple businesses, so it's a pretty awesome journey you have had. So, Dr. O,
yes,
you are the founder and CEO of Action Speak Volumes, Inc. Please talk to us more about your company.
Action Speaks Volume Incorporated was a name really given to me by God. We've heard that, actions speak louder than words, but when I was seeking for a name for my business, Action Speaks Volume, and that comes from being an action taker and a person that, really spend a lot of time on time and making sure that I'm on time doing things. But some of the things that I do and as a part of my business is, work with women, and I kind of struggle with that because I didn't like working with women because we have issues, emotional issues, and so that wasn't my thing. And so when I started my coaching practice, it was, being a member of senior management in manufacturing. I worked with a lot of men, and I was coaching a lot of men. But, sometimes God would kind of take us in places that we don't want to be and have us working with people that we don't want to work with and have us doing things that we said we don't want to do. So Action Speaks Volume, as you said in the introduction, that, I help people, women, mainly build unshakable confidence, and that's not an arrogant confidence. That's not, a look at me type confidence, but to build unshakable confidence where she know who she is in Christ, where she know who she is from the inside out, and therefore things around her, people around her, situations and circumstances cannot shake who she is and what she could do. And then the other umbrella under Action Speaks Volume is procrastination, because a lot of times we miss out on a lot of opportunities because of the time we take, the moves we don't make, and the time that we think we have because we can do it tomorrow, right? And so to help individuals to put a plan together on taking the action that's necessary when it's necessary and not putting off today for tomorrow. And then getting your dreams out of your head into your life, that kind of links up with your, one, actually doing it, two, building the confidence that you need to be able to do it, but to not just think about the life that you want to live, but to know that it isn't a reality, because, when you understand that the things that you want or the people that you kind of look at and feel that I wish I can do that, they're no better, because our Father is no respecter of person. And so to get your dreams out of your head into your life, I help individuals to understand that it's possible. And when we have the mindset that anything is possible, it's possible for you to be it, it's possible for you to have it, it's possible for you to go. And so that's what I do in Action Speaks Volume. I help you build that unshakable confidence, stop the procrastinating, and to get the dreams out of your head into your life, to live that holistic life where you're living the life of your dream, and not just your dreams are in your head. But I like to say you have to wake up. In order for your dream to become your reality, you have to wake up and then start putting a plan towards your dream, and that's when it becomes your reality.
I love that, because that's so important that you not procrastinate, and, you step out and take those risks and do it afraid and do it and get it done. So how can, listeners, Dr. O, how can they purchase your services and reach out to you if they need coaching, if they need help, overcoming, procrastination and building confidence and being pretty much shook up?
Yeah, I like that. Shake them up. Get them out of their comfort zone, get them out of what they're used to, because we got to realize that everything is happening outside of what we normally do. Everything is happening outside of that. So I do have a website, and it's actionspeaksvolume.com, and that's volume without the E, actionspeaksvolume.com. There we have our coaching packages listed, also a mentoring package listed, and then we're working on some different independent programs that individuals will be able to work on, kind of a do-it-yourself type deal. But those programs are out on the website. I am on social media as Onika Shirley, where they can reach me by message. And the website will be where they can kind of go and look at the details of each individual program, what it entails, how much time would it take, and, of course, how much it costs.
Awesome. And who is your target audience, basically, that you've been, your typical client, Dr. O?
My typical client is women, and really very specific. My typical client is Tasha, age 46, the single mom. She's a single mom, looking for additional income, knowing that she cannot go out and get a second job because she got little Joey, she got little Susie, she got little Angela at home at night. And so she kind of sacrificed to do what she needs to do in the daytime while they're at school. But my target audience is Tasha, age 46, single mom, that's looking to have multiple streams of income, where her multiple streams will come from at home.
Awesome. So you teach your clients how to do that as well. Pretty awesome.
Yes.
Nice.
Absolutely.
So Dr. O, you are the president and founder of Action Speaks Orphanage in India. What an amazing accomplishment. Congratulations on that. So would you please tell us more about your orphanage in India?
Oh, absolutely. Orphanage has been in operation for a little over 2 years, where we have the Action Speaks Volume Foundation and Orphanage Home, where we house, right now we just have 5, but that's a great accomplishment because you've taken 5 children off the street that either don't have a mother or father. But you provide them with their provisions, their food. So we provide them 3 square meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, lights, some books, and a place to stay. And it is truly a blessing to be able to give. And, a lot of times in areas like that, way over in India, we feel like, okay, that's too far. People may not be doing what they should be doing or what you think they ought to be doing. But I had the opportunity to go over and visit the orphanage home just this past December. So 3 months ago, I traveled to India, and during that endeavor, it was very, very eye-opening because the poverty is real. And I traveled there by myself, had never been there before. The person that I have, the director or the person that I have operating the orphanage home, met him online, and God showed me everything, and I kind of went with God's plan. And so going over to India back in December, it was a very humbling experience because during that time I was at 11 different airports and on 11 different planes, and everything that one could experience in travel between lost bags, missed flights, sitting at the airport 12 to 14 hours, language barriers, all of that. I would do it all over again. But to be able to go there and see their faces, and it was a couple of days before Christmas, to be able to let them come out of the house, to go to the store, pick out an outfit that they wanted for Christmas, it was very humbling, and to know how blessed we are. But to just to be able to provide provisions month after month after month after month, because you see that there is a need, and sometimes out of our abundance, out of our overflow, we really don't recognize how much other people don't have. And so God put that on my heart. I kind of started the orphanage home out of another donation that I was making. I was donating to widows in India, and I did that for about 6 months, and then that's when the orphanage home and the foundation was birthed.
Well, that is super awesome, and I want to commend you again, say congratulations to you on that, and just, being a servant, and, that's why you're so blessed, and being able to reach back and pull forward. That is pretty awesome. And not only do you have an orphanage, Dr. O, but you also just started a school. So can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so we just started a sewing school in Pakistan. Super excited about that. Pakistan is also another area of poverty, lack. So kind of started sewing food in Pakistan, and the part there is a little different than the kids because you do have women with talent. So sometimes you have women with talent that don't have the resources to use it. And so started kind of doing some feeding, and then the feeding went from, hey, we can maybe do something where the things that we do, it will be able to provide provision for the people and for the women and for their children. And so we just, the sewing school in Pakistan is about 2 weeks old. We already have, building in place, teacher in place, and every day we have more and more young girls that are hungry for the word, hungry to learn this skill, so when they get married, they would have something to offer to their families. And actually have a call with them on tonight, which such a time difference is a challenge, but it's so rewarding to, we're like 11 hours, 12 hours different. And so for them to stay up late waiting on me and for me to stay up late to, accommodate them, it's really been a blessing. So we kind of started off with, one sewing machine, one teacher, several girls that are in the class, attending the school. But it's going to grow. It is going to grow, and I'm looking to visit Pakistan within the next year. After everything, because it's going to grow and it's going to work, and just excited to be able to contribute to where they can, use their skills, use the gifts that God has given them, provide for themselves and for their families. So I'm excited about that. Really excited.
Yes. It's amazing. That is outstanding. Okay, congratulations again, Dr. O. You are really moving and shaking here in the United States and internationally. So super congratulations again for all that God is doing in your life.
Amen. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. So what are some strategies you would give to listeners who are stuck and afraid to take action on their dreams?
That's a great question, Ashley. And, sometimes we think that it's this big thing, it's this super secret, it's this it's a huge formula, it's an expensive endeavor. But, sometimes you just have to think about where you are. So one strategy that I would give you is to think about where you are and just ask yourself a brutally honest question. And I would tell the listening audience to ask yourself, are you happy? Not where you have to, have a certain persona, not where you have to have a certain response because you're worried about what everybody else thinks and how everybody else feels with your response, but you got to ask yourself, are you happy? And so the strategy of a person that may be stuck and afraid is you got to link up with people that's doing what you want to do. You got to link up with people that's doing what you want to do, and you got to be in a position that first you're coachable and you're willing to listen, because it's not good. We like to say that, knowledge is power. It is powerful, but it's knowledge applied that is powerful, because we can know a lot of things and do nothing with it. And so the strategy would be is to get with people that's doing what you're doing. And when you feel like, okay, I cannot do it, you see people that's doing it. So it opens up your mind's eye to tell you that it's possible. It gets back to everything is always possible. So you got to have that view of it being possible. And then another way that I like to put it is, I ask my clients to look at the elephant. Just look at the elephant and you imagine that you got to eat the elephant. How would you eat the elephant? When you look at the elephant, it's big, it's nasty looking. Your stomach is not, your stomach is not even as big as your eyes. You can even imagine having to eat it. But if you knew that you had to, so this is a strategy. You eat it one bite at a time. You don't try to eat the whole thing. So if you're stuck, stop trying to do everything at the same time. And I think, Ashley, for me, a lot of people, you see them, they go from doing nothing to want to do everything at the same time. Then they begin to feel burnt out. They feel overwhelmed. They feel like it's too much. They want to quit. But you have to take it. You literally have to take it one step at a time. And, we say that a lot of things, it's just in your head. It literally is in your head. If you tell yourself that you can eat the elephant and I'm going to eat that thing one bite at a time, I'm going to go up the steps one step at a time. I don't have to know how far I have to go. I just need to know that I'm moving. I am moving one step. I'm taking one bite at a time. And so you have to break it down and fool your mind. You have to fool your mind that it's really not that big. It's really not that bad. And so the things that I do, and when I'm doing this and this and this and this, I never look at all the things that I have to do until after the fact. That's a strategy. Because if you wake up in the morning with all the things that you have to do, you will be tired before you get started, and you'll find yourself doing nothing. But if you do this and you do that and you do this, and then at night you reflect on what you've done, and you're like, oh, man, I did a lot today. I did a lot today. And I think people, they do it backwards. They think about everything that they have to do, and they end up doing nothing. You know, where I got all this to do and I got this to do. They spend more time complaining about what needs to be done versus doing what needs to be done and then celebrating what they did. I hope
love that. Yes, you did. And the key takeaway was making sure you're coachable and, you know, get in the circles with people who are where you want to be. So I love that. So, Dr. O, talk to us about your radio broadcast, Action Takers Walking by Faith, and, you know, tell us about your show and how, you know, people can be a guest on your show and how they can support it.
Yes. So Action Takers Walking by Faith was birthed almost 3 years ago. So we've been going 3 years. We're live every Saturday night, 8 p.m., and we're heard in 170 countries, and God gave me that name because I am a faith walker. Mm-hmm. So I like to say I have stupid, crazy, ridiculous faith. And some people think, you know, they ask the question, why you think that you can do what you do and have what you have? And I don't think I have anything, but I know I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. And when you say you're walking by faith, you truly got to have a mind that what I'm doing, my five senses don't have no part in it. My hands, my eyes, my ears, my mouth, my nose, anything that I can do that's controlled by my five senses is not faith, is what I'm doing. And so the radio is to, you know, it kind of gets back to taking that action. It gets back to believing that you can do what you can do. It gets back to everything is possible if you believe it's possible, that you don't have to worry about the how. You just got to worry about that you're going to do it. And so to be a guest on the radio show, we have two different ways. Sometimes we run a promotion where we do an exposure promotion where we try to help individuals to be exposed, to be seen, to be heard. And then we also have our regular packages where you have a spot, sponsorship spot where you want it to be, if you want your business to be highlighted, or if you want to run your own show within our broadcast, you can do that too. And so that will be just done by reaching out to me, either social media or via email at actionspeaksvolume@gmail.com, and that is with the volume, with the E, actionspeaksvolume@gmail.com, and just make reference to, you know, the radio packages, sponsorships. And so it's been a blessing. Like I said, we've been on the air for 3 years, coming up in about a couple of months. We've been airing on that platform for 3 years. And it has been a true blessing under the umbrella of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated.
Okay, well, it's pretty awesome. Well, make sure you support this pretty awesome show, Action Takers Walking by Faith. I have had the privilege to be on Dr. O's show twice. So you definitely have a powerful show. So please make sure you reach out, support. And if you would like to be a guest, please reach out to her.
Amen.
So, Dr. O, you have an amazing bio. You have some amazing things going on. But we all have a process, right? So what did failure teach you?
Failure taught me that she wasn't an option. Failure taught me that she wasn't an option. And I think, you know, failure teaches us all something. Failure teaches us that it's a part of the process to success. And for people that say they don't fail, that's a lie. And to know that, you know, you're going to fail. And if you're not failing, you're not going to do anything. But I think what failure teaches you, it teaches us to take the lesson and leave the pain. Take the lesson that you learned from what you did wrong, what you didn't do right. And I mean, you got to think about that. You know, if I'm doing something, I'm doing something. But if I'm doing something wrong, I'm going to do it wrong enough till I learn how to do it correctly. So failure taught me perseverance. Failure taught me determination. Failure taught me that I had to keep on moving, and failure was truly not an option for me. And I want to just, if I could, just plug this in just a little bit because I think it'll be befitting. Because having a bad car wreck, I had 2 bad car wrecks in the 12th grade, and I could have, quit. I had a broken jaw. I had, my face was like just really swollen and dislocated, had knocked out, my front teeth. People want their front teeth, especially girls. Everybody do, but, that's your smile is your joy. But I could have allowed those 2 car wrecks, and I had, ended up with a leg injury that I'll have the rest of my life where I lost I lost my left femur out of my left thigh. And I still have, a rod that replaced that left femur. I have a plate in my left knee. It was crushed. I have screws in my left ankle, and I broke the same 3 toes twice. But that was my 12th grade year where I didn't go to graduation. I didn't go to high school prom. But and that could have been looked at as a failure, that life was over for me. But that taught me how to be stronger. It taught me how to go farther and how to endure during the process. And so failure taught me to take the lesson of everything that was being taught, whether it was good, bad, whether it brought a smile or frown, whether it made me happy or I was hurting. Failure taught me to take the lesson and leave the pain.
Yes, and it's a lesson, and it taught you how to embrace the pain, because we have to, embrace the pain in order to get to the next level. And a lot of us don't want to embrace the pain. We don't like to be uncomfortable, and I was one of those people, but we have to embrace the pain because it's necessary. And if you wouldn't embrace the pain and endure it, Dr. O, you wouldn't be having an orphanage or starting a school in India or, having these multiple businesses that you do have. So it was all part of the process.
Yeah.
So what did success teach you?
Oh, success has taught me that, and I know for the listeners, you may get tired of hearing me say it, but this is a word that I tell myself every day. Success taught me that anything that you dream, it can be your reality. Success taught me that anything that I desire is possible if it is lined up with the will and the word of God, and if he see it be fitting for me to do it and to have it, that is possible. Success taught me that, the things that I've been through in life, from a little girl up until now, that failure doesn't have to be an option. Failure does not have to be the end of the story, because we all have a story. But success has taught me that if I'm pitiful, I can't encourage somebody else. If I don't have, I can't give. So success taught me to be a giver. Success has taught me to be able to sow into the lives of other people, to be able to do things for other people that failure couldn't teach me. Because if I'm failing, I can't teach. A lot of times you're not encouraged to tell anybody anything when you're going through. And some people, they try. But it's really hard. It's a hard sell. It's a hard sell to say, you're going to be all right, and I'm always complaining. But success teaches us how to encourage other people, how to show them that, the things that they are desiring, that is possible. And success also teaches that where you are now is not, it gives us an indication that, where we are. And we can look back and think, okay, I haven't always been here. And so success teaches you to be humble, very humble, because it makes you think that don't think more highly of yourself than you ought. Although we're building unshakable confidence, but you're not better. You're not better than this person or that person. So success teaches me to be a humble person.
Yes, and it's important to always stay humble, so I definitely agree. So, Dr. O, what can we expect from you in the future, the rest of 2019? I know you have some awesome things ahead, so what can we expect from you?
Oh, yeah, so we got a book coming out June the 30th. Have a couple of authors. I am the compounder of the book, Purpose Revealed. So I'm really excited about that project. That book was birthed out of the telesummit of Unwrapping the Gifts God Gave You, and that your gift will make room for you. So that book will be coming out June the 30th. We have a second orphanage home that we're opening up in India, in another state, another city in India. So that will be another thing that we're doing. And then we have a couple conferences coming up, our 4th annual Building Unshakable Confidence Conference, and then we have the Unwrapping the Gift God Gave You Live. This will be annual and number 2 for that. So those are some of the things that we have in the pipeline. We are getting ready to start a new business, new LLC. That'll be something that's coming out in 2019. Because and Action Speaks Volume also is a 501c3, and so we've been blessed as a nonprofit with that organization. So those are some of the things that we are working on. We're going to continue to grow the school in Pakistan because it's very new, 2 weeks old, and so we're just going to be growing that and just wherever the Lord lead us with what He have us to do, that's what we'll be doing. So just know that we will have some things going on in 2019.
Well, super congratulations. I can't wait to see all that God is going to do for you in the rest of 2019 and the awesome things that He's going to birth from you. And super congratulations on your book that comes out on June 30th to all the listeners. Her book comes out on June 30th, so please go support Purpose Revealed and your orphanage and, your school. I wish you much success with that and your conferences. So I wish you many, many blessings, Dr. O, for the rest of this year and beyond. So would you please tell us, listeners, how they can follow and support you and contact you?
Yes, so I am on social media platforms. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. On Twitter as Action Speaks Volume. I'm on Instagram as Onika Shirley, and my main platform is Facebook, and I'm on Facebook as Onika Shirley. So you can reach me on Facebook, and we do have an email, actionspeaksvolume@gmail.com. You can connect with us through our website, which is actionspeaksvolume without the E.com, and ways that you can support. Again, we are a 501c3. We're running right now a shoe drive through the end of March for India. That is going amazingly well, so that is something else that we're doing. We're doing a shoe drive. Because one thing that I saw when I was in India, a lot of people didn't wear shoes, and I was like, that was just uncomfortable for me. But they're used to it, but they had to get used to it because they couldn't do any better. So we're doing a shoe drive for India, and so if you was interested in contacting me, also my phone number is 870-714-1766. I take texts and calls. It's, again, 870-714-1766. And, again, I'm on social media.
Awesome. Well, please follow and support Dr. O. She is super amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. O, for taking time out of your very busy schedule to come on the show today to let me interview you. So thank you so much, and I wish you many blessings and success on your awesome journey that you're taking, and I'm so excited to see what God is going to birth through you the rest of 2019.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. It's been a pleasure, and I really appreciate you for what you're doing, and I just thank God for your show and for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Dr. O, and I look forward to bringing you back on again before the end of the year is out.
Amen. I look forward to being on. Thank you.
Thank you. So I would like to give a special thanks to two of my mentors, Tammy Collins-Markey and John Schamberger. Also, I would like to give a special thanks to Dr. Larry White Sr. and author Kimberly McLemore. You may follow me on Facebook at Ashley Little and on Instagram at _Ashley A. Little. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Creating Your Seat at the Table, where Ashley speaks with corporate professionals, celebrities, entrepreneurs, authors, and speakers who are transitioning or have transitioned to entrepreneurship.